Hi, I'm John Oakes. I want to tell you about my book, Reasons for Belief. Well, what's this book about? Well, the title kind of speaks for itself. It's about reasons for belief. Unlike the other books of Christian evidences I've written, like Is There a God or Field Manual for Christian Apologetics, this is intended to be a pretty basic book. It has two purposes. Number one, to solidify the faith of Christians. A lot of us, we believe in the Bible, we believe in Jesus, we believe in the resurrection. But if you ask us to explain to an unbeliever why we believe that, well, I heard about it, or, we might struggle to explain it. And Peter did tell us to always be prepared to give an answer to anyone who asks us to give the reason for the hope that we have. So one purpose of this book then is to give you the reasons so you can deepen your own faith, which I think is important because the depth of our faith is challenged at times by things that happen in life. The other purpose of this book, though, is to give to a friend. I've gotten at least 10 letters, probably quite a bit more, from people saying when they read this book, because of this book, they became a Christian. So if you buy this book, probably what's going to happen, you're going to read it and you're going to give it to a non-Christian friend. A lot of people, they struggle with faith. I mean, we want to talk to them about discipleship, about the cross, but they don't even believe in the Bible. So I believe you can give this book to somebody and help them come to the point of faith so that they can study the Bible. Let me give you a quick feeling for the kind of material in this book. Very practical and, again, fairly basic. Okay, the first chapter, who does this man think he is? And it's a study about what Jesus said about himself. Jesus said, I'm the resurrection and the life. He said, I'm the bread of life. He said, can any of you prove me guilty of sin? He said, I and the Father are one. And so it just make the simple challenge. Either Jesus is who he says he is, or he's not. And if you say he is, or if you say he's not, what's the reason for that? But I'll tell you right now, if Jesus is who he says he is, then you need to be a Christian. And then all other world religions are not the truth. Second chapter, why should I believe in Jesus? And this has to do with the miracles that Jesus did, raising people from the dead. And it talks about the evidence that these miracles really happen. And I'll tell you, when I first came to become a Christian, it was from reading the book of John, seeing those miracles, and it hit me. Wow, this Jesus is a miracle worker. And I couldn't deny those miracles were real. The next chapter, the ultimate miracle, is a study about the resurrection of Jesus, the empty tomb, the fact of the preaching of the resurrection, the fact of the crucifixion. And it refutes the idea of the swoon theory or the stolen body theory. The next is, you should have known it was coming. It's talking about messianic prophecies. There's a prophecy that the Messiah would be crucified, that he'd be pierced, that he would be born in Bethlehem, that he'd be betrayed for 30 pieces of silver, that he'd die in Jerusalem around 30 AD. And I believe any open-minded person who simply looks at the messianic prophecies and can deny that the Bible's inspired by God and that Jesus is the Messiah, I think they're not paying attention. That's great material. And then visions of the future. These are other prophecies. And then a remarkable collection. Here we go through, we talk about the Bible as a reliable document. Thousands of manuscripts. How the canon came together, all these things. And then Let the Stone Speak. This is talking about the history and archaeology. I believe the Bible is the most accurate book of history ever written. Well, how do we know that? What is the evidence for that? And then there's a chapter on science in the Bible. It talks about scientific evidence and how it's consistent with the Bible teaching. I really believe if you want to deepen your faith that Jesus is who he says he is, that the Bible's inspired by God, and if you want to help your non-Christian friend come to faith, I encourage you to read the book, Reasons for Belief. Thank you very much.